Good afternoon, everyone. I am Juan Benvenido Cuillarnate, and I am here to teach you how to design a helical bevel gear. So, as you can see on the screen, that's a helical bevel gear, and as all gears do, it should rotate on a specific motion and on certain RPMs as well. So, to demonstrate its rotating manner, I have made a simple animation to showcase the helical bevel gear in specific angles and custom curve on how it operates. So moving on, let us make a helical bevel gear ourselves. So by making a new file, let us correct the unit and start sketching. So by selecting the right plane and selecting the line, we should be able to make the basic shape of our helical bevel gear. So starting at the origin, let's make a line pointing upward, then going to the right, going down, going right again, going down, right, down, then stretching the pointer and going back to its point again. It should give us an arc line. So proceeding with the line, going right again, down, right, straight down, which lets us complete the shape. So the next step would be to input the correct dimensions of our basic shape. This dimension should be 45 millimeters, while this one should be 5 millimeters only. This one should be 32.5, as this next point should be 36. Now, let us move on to the horizontal values. This one should be 32 millimeters, and this one should be 80 millimeters. And it says here that it has an invalid solution found. And let us first correct the arc that we have. Should be 11 millimeters in radius. Wait, let's step back a bit. Let's not proceed to the arc yet and finish inputting the dimensions of our horizontal pad. This one should be 102. This one should be 112. And final length of this shape should be 100. So keeping this remaining measurements, let's put this one into 39 millimeters, this one into 38, and the radius of the arc that we have inputted earlier should be 11. It's not correct. There we go. So it says here that the basic shape has been fully defined and now it is ready for boss extrusion. Head to the features tab and wait, no, it's not the boss extrusion, but instead a revolve base. So by clicking the revolve base, we must select the axis of revolution, which is our very long line here that measures 163 millimeters. So by selecting this line, we should be able to make the a revolve boss base. The next step now will be to make the teeth of our helical bevel gear. Um, Proceed by sketching on the surface of our extrusion two sets of circles. One should be smaller in size and the other should be bigger. And by heading to Smart Dimensions, we can change their measurements. The bigger one should be 170 millimeters, and the smaller one should be 100 millimeters only. So the first step in making the teeth should be putting a vertical center line. There we go. And the next step is to select the 3-point arc. After selecting 3-point arc, let's select the outer circle, the inner circle, and the space between. Then press check, and we should, by selecting Smart Dimensions, we should fix the distance of this arc with the center line that we have created earlier. This distance should be 6 millimeters. The lower part should be 15 millimeters. And the arc should measure 65 millimeters. Now we have made the first step in making the teeth. We should now proceed to mirror this entity. Now we've selected this arc to be mirrored, and now let's select the axis of this mirror entity to be mirrored. As you can see, there's a yellow preview of the entity that we have mirrored, and let's press OK. Now we have successfully made 1/8 of our helical bevel gear. In our desired helical bevel gear, we should have a total of 8 teeth in this sketch. So in order to do that, just select circular sketch pattern, and wait, before doing that, let's first trim the circle that we have made earlier. So after trimming, let's now proceed to circular sketch pattern and select the entities that we would want to mirror all the way around this shape. So by selecting these 3 entities, 1, 2, 3, and inputting the total number of teeth that we would like, which is 8, we can now see a preview of the teeth being put in a pattern, in circular pattern. So after doing that, let us press check. And as you can see, this is the first sketch of our helical bevel gears teeth. We would make 2 more additional sketches of this but when progressing throughout this video. So first, let us clean up the mirrored entity sketches. Remove this, 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 and this. Now this sketch is now ready to be converted. So exit sketch first, proceed to features, and go to plane. Selecting the surface of our extrusion, and this plane should have a offset of 45 millimeters away from the surface of extrusion. And after making a plane, we should now be able to convert the recent entities. So let us press convert entities. Sketch, convert entities, and select the sketch of our teeth. And in this case, it is the sketch 2. After selecting sketch 2, let's press OK, and we have successfully converted an entity. However, this entity should not be the exact same of the previous sketch. So let's proceed to move entities, rotate entities, select the entities that will rotate, selecting them all, um, select the center of rotation, which is the center of the plane, then input the degrees in which we will rotate the sketch. And that should be 15 degrees. The next step is to scale these entities. And again, let's select all of these entities, input 0.75, and it should go smaller. And wait, don't forget the scale about, which is the center of our plane. Click OK. Now for the third sketch, we should again proceed to making another plane from the surface of this extrusion, and the offset should be 90. 90 or 95. 95. To make things less messy, we can hide the previous planes, and let's move on to again converting the entities. So let's select a plane, convert entities. Let us select the starting sketch of our teeth and click OK. Now let us change the rotation and scale of this entity by clicking Move Entities, drop down, and click Rotate Entities. Select all of these entities, drop down, select the center of rotation, select the center of the plane, and input the degrees in which we will rotate the entity. And in this case, it is negative 30. And now let us scale the entity. This entity should be have a scale of 0.5, way smaller compared to previous sketches. And don't forget the scale about, which is at the center of the plane. 0.5. So now that we have made all of the sketches of our teeth, it is time to proceed to lofted boss base. By selecting, lofted boss base, we can make a extrusion, similar extrusion according to the pattern that we have made by these three sketches. So by selecting this point here, followed by the next point here, and the next point as well, we can make a specific extrusion with the use of our sketches. And this feature is the lofted boss base. And if your sketch looks like this, we can now select OK. The next part now is to make the repeating blocks of pattern at the rear side of our helical bevel gear. So to make things less messy, let us first hide these sketches here and proceed to the back side of our helical bevel gear. We can now select this area here, not this edge of the gear, but this area here. Select sketch and let us make a circle. Okay, there. Let us make a circle measuring 72 millimeters. And let's make a center line from the point of origin going straight up vertically. Click escape. And let's make a center rectangle here. The center of the rectangle should be at the center line, and its edges should meet the tangent of the circle. Now let us input the correct dimensions of this rectangle. The upper part should be 10 millimeters, and this upper part should be 41 millimeters away from the origin of our circle. Now that we have made the sketch, you can see it's a rectangle. We can now proceed to extruding this sketch. So go to features and select the part that will extrude. Change its direction and input 48 millimeters. There we go. Since we need repeating patterns of this rectangle throughout the circle, we should now select this one. Under in features and the drop down under linear pattern, let us select the circular pattern. Now, let us select the direction of the pattern that we would want to go. The direction of the pattern we would want to go is this circle right here. Let us click it, and it should give us a preview of the resulting circular pattern that we would want. You can input the number of rectangles that you want. It can be 14. Change it to 14. It can even be 20. But now let's stick with 13 for now. Click OK if everything is going smoothly. Then you can now see the construction of our bevel gear. The last step now is to put a hole at the center of our bevel gear. Let us click sketch, select the plane in which we would want to cut a hole to, and let's make a circle. This circle should be um, 30. This circle should be 38 millimeters in diameter. After inputting those values, we can now proceed to extruded cut. Since we would want the circle to proceed all the way to the other edge of this helical bevel gear, we should select the option through all. After we've selected that, we can see here that this extrude cut will reach all the way to the edge of our helical bevel gear. So for finishing touches, we should change the appearance. This appearance can be based on your preference, but in my case, you can select the polished steel. There we go. The material of our helical bevel gear is now polished steel. So that's how you design a helical bevel gear. And I hope you have learned something from my video. So thank you for watching.